Welcome to another business and markets trading day, the 2nd of February. I am Bosun Amofai. This is your Frontier Opening Bell, and we're going to start straight from our market streets, where we finished off on the first trading day of the month of February. So if you just check through, you'll find that the Nigerian bourse just finished off strongly, 1.04%. The shares of MTN Nigeria surged on the news that the initial public offer of the company did last December is now completed. It's a done deal. The announcement came. More than 126,000 Nigerians participated. That offer rallied the market alongside other earnings news coming through from some of the listed companies. The BRVM better by 13% on Tuesday. The Egyptian market climbed nearly 1%, 0.98%, 1.20% better for the Nairobi Stock Securities Exchange. And the South African bourse better by nearly 80 basis points. All the 5 main markets we track for you on a daily basis expanded their horizons, kicking off the month of February on a good note. Checking the news box, by the way, because the head of the International Finance Corporation, which is the private sector lending arm of the World Bank, Mr. Diop, is currently in Nairobi, Kenya, on a 4-day official visit. He's having conversations with the Uhuru Kenyatta's administration on economy and a whole lot of areas in healthcare sector, industries, agriculture, and a wide ranging of how the IFC will continue to support the largest economy east of the African continent. In the meantime, Kenya's year-on-year inflation came in at 5.39% because the cost of living eased a little bit. The story on the street was will be different, but inflation is data. Data is everything. 5.39% reading for the first month in the new year. The Onga Group says it's closed a joint venture deal with the animal feed farm Nutreco, that's in Kenya as well, while Uganda inflation declined to 2.7% last month. The figure for December was just slightly higher at 2.9%. And Ethiopia says it's made 6-month horticulture earnings of roughly $285 million in the in the 2021 period. That's quite huge if you consider a 6 month of 2021 with horticulture exporting flowers and similar products across the world, nearly $300 million in earnings. In Nigeria, which got an announcement overnight that the chief executive officer of Giregu Power PLC has now been appointed a non-executive director at FBN Holdings PLC, is joining the board of the largest financial services group in Nigeria. In the meantime, the MTN IPO overbought by nearly 140%. Additional shares of about 86 million units was brought to make sure that retail investors whose application were fully compliant with the regulations of the SEC will get their full allotment. Then Flutterwave is teaming up with about some others to put about 33 billion rand fund to invest in African startups. Then Ghana and Rwanda is expanding their trade relations, bilateral trade relations, the handshake between West Africa and East Africa. And the AFDB chief, Dr. Akumi Adesina, the president, is in Minna, Niger State today in central Nigeria on an official visit for a special event. And the EFCFTA Council of Ministers have agreed to about 87.7% of trade proceeds. Also in the news this morning is that FMDQ Group has now become the full member of the World Federation of Exchanges. It's been 4 years since FMDQ Group became an affiliate member, now became the full member of the World Federation of all the exchanges globally speaking. FMDQ becomes the second Nigerian exchange to become full member. So the two of Nigerian exchanges, Nigerian Exchange Limited and FMDQ Group PLC, now become members of the WFE. Congratulations to this folk, Bola Ndele Koko and the rest of his team at FMDQ Group PLC. Kicking off the new year 2022 on a positive note. Take me to Southern Africa, where Eskom Holdings PLC announced that it's going to be load shedding starting from 1100 hours. That's part of the restructuring the energy issues in Southern Africa on the back of Eskom. South Africa's manufacturing PMI data came in better at 57.1 for the month of January after it dipped about 54.1 in the month of December. Vodacom Group, one of the largest telcos, reporting revenue surge of 6.4% to about 26.7 billion rand in the third quarter of 2021, while Centurion International AG is the first Africa-focused firm to list on the German DAX. That's the company headed by NJ Ayuk, who is the executive chairman of Africa Energy Chamber, is also the chairman of Centurion International. And AngloGold, one of the world's largest mining company based in South Africa, says its full-year profit will likely dip 42% on lower gold sales in 2021. Those earnings are expected anytime soon. And Zimbabwean government workers are now negotiating with the government to be paid in US dollars and no longer in Zimbabwean dollars because inflation keeps rising 60.61% last month, and the value of the Zimbabwean dollar is beginning to get worse than before. Now the government workers want to be paid in US dollars, but the government says unless you go to the parallel market to source whatever, we're going to pay in the local currency. On a final note this morning from North Africa, we of course start with EBRD is the European Bank for Reconstruction and Development, says its total investment in Egypt north of 1 billion euros for last year, while Egypt is issuing about $500 million of its first samurai bonds for full year 2021-2022, and that's according to the Minister of Finance. Egypt, however, says it's raised its growth forecast to 6.6% for this 2021-2022 period. The previous forecast was to be 5.6%. And Nensicans Morocco says he's gotten a new managing director, Selma Alami. And finally, in Tunisia, the STB Bank has raised 100 million dinars from the country's bond market. And that is your Frontier Opening Bell this Wednesday. You can watch this show again on our YouTube at Frontier Africa Reports, read our stories, and follow other stories and podcasts, including podcasts we have at Frontier Africa Reports. That's our website. Remember to follow us on LinkedIn, on YouTube, or subscribe. It is free. We are on LinkedIn, we are on Instagram, on Facebook, as well as on Twitter. I'll see you next time. I am Bosin Omofa. Have a great day, everyone.